since I actually purchased.
There is a reminder for dude.
Thanks, Google. They're not at all uncomfortable at all. They're not at all. I swear. So if you're clicking on today's video, you're obviously super excited to see. No, not necessarily. You can tell that I've not done this for a week. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on today's video. If you're new here, my name's Sharon, these are my parents, and welcome to my weight loss, fashion and everything fun channel. So today I've got for you guys a DollsKill haul. DollsKill, if you don't know, are an online company. They could be brick and mortar stores, I don't actually know, to be honest, but they are based in America. So something to keep in mind if you are going to order from DollsKill is the fact that you may have to pay extra in international sort of handling fees. I ended up paying somewhere in the region of 30 odd pounds for it. I was lucky because I didn't get a particularly large haul. I've only got 6 items and all of them happened to be on sale. So for the amount of money that I spent, I didn't mind too much having to spend an extra £30. But it also means that I'm not able to send back anything, whether it isn't right or is of poor quality or anything else. And it can be a little bit of a hassle. And for some of you out there, you might actually feel that £30 is a ridiculous amount of money to spend. I would agree, but I was kind of at the point where either I could pay the £30 and get the items so I could do this video, or lose out on my items altogether, and then the whole thing was for nothing. So I ended up begrudgingly paying the extra fees, but it is something to keep in mind. So I've never tried DollsKill before. They look really cool. Unlike Killstar, which I've hauled before for you guys, they have a broader range of aesthetics there. It seems like it's more for the alternative girl, whatever you happen to be into or whatever your aesthetic happens to be. Whereas Killstar is very much predominantly and heavily gothic. In saying that, however, all 6 items that I purchased today are black and a little bit evilish. So yeah, I might as well have just been shopping at Killstar anyway, but I thought I'd give them a break for now. And like I said, I was really excited to check out what this brand has to offer. Now, I do have to say that I purchased this some time ago. It was before Christmas, so there has been a few days in between, so I have forgotten the prices of everything, but my lovely assistants, my parents, I'm sure are going to help me out. So without further ado, let's jump into this bag. So I'm going to do all of the tops first and then all of the bottoms. I purchased 3 tops and 3 bottoms. One of them was sort of like a cargo style jogger and the other being 2 really cute mini skirts. So the very first piece I want to show you is this super duper cropped, exaggerated sleeve little like hoodie, basically. It is naughty, yes, I'm so sorry, mum and dad, don't look. It does, yep, I don't need to tell you what it says. You can read it for yourself. I absolutely love this. I love the way it was styled in the image. The model has absolutely gorgeous to die for breasts, which I do not have. So when I go to style this, I'm probably going to wear one of my really pretty lace bodysuits underneath it to sort of showcase the crop effect, but without necessarily having my boobs hanging out. I will say it is, despite the fact that your rib cage will be on show, that's just a side effect of fashion. It's not at all practical, but what it lacks in practicality and warmth, it absolutely makes up for in just attitude. I love it. If they are still in stock, I will try and link them in the description box below. Unfortunately, if it's sold out, there's nothing I can do, but I would definitely encourage you to go and check out DollsKill if you do happen to like anything in this video. And again, all of these happen to be in my style, but there are a lot of really fantastic alternative clothing there that may be more to your taste. The next top I'm going to show you guys, I just want to preface by saying you need to keep in mind items like this are most likely intended for most muggles to be like a Halloween top. But for myself, where I live my life pretty much 24/7 as a witch, partly because I actually truly believe I'm in Slytherin, and the other part of me because I own so much black. It's the only occupation I could have aside from like a funeral director. I saw this top and I absolutely loved it. I particularly loved the way the model had it styled. I don't know, something about her attitude in the picture just made me want to buy it and have it basically. But it's this super duper sheer top. If there wasn't a very obvious spider there, it kind of gives me like, I don't know, grown up Addams Family, Venom, Spider-Man kind of vibe. So maybe I'll take the time to one day actually pluck off all of these rhinestones and just have that cool effect. I never actually thought of that before, but that would be pretty cool. But that's what it is. It's a high neck top. It's super duper sheer, as you can see. All of these are just tiny little rhinestones. And again, I absolutely loved it. This is definitely in, yeah, this is in a 1XL as 1X as well, sorry, from the plus size section. I'm going to try and get as much use out of it as I can the other 364 days of the year. Again, I think I'm going to try and scratch that off. Now that I've said it, that's all I can see, and I'm just kind of loving it a little bit. I think because it's sheer, if you had a particularly bedazzled bra or something really gorgeous underneath it, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, fit great. I don't know what to say. It was just a really nice soft mesh top, not at all itchy or scratchy like some of them can be. Just a really lovely material. And the other thing I really liked about it, it's just got a little detail on the sleeve and on the hem as well, of like a little lettuce sort of trim, that sort of 90s style. So again, just a simple sheer top, and I will leave the price somewhere on the screen for you. Now the next and last top is again in a 1X. It is this super sheer top as well. Wow, there seems to be a theme. It's in a slightly more athletic style in that it's got like a jersey sort of collar to it. It's not in the same mesh material, and it's quite a high neck sort of boy cut that you would get. It also is slightly, it's got an ever so slight crop where it sits just above the hips, but not quite in a proper cropped length. And just a normal hem on this. But the one thing that drew me most to it, as you can probably see from me dangling in front of your face for the last 30 seconds, is this really striking, super duper cool barbed wire print that it's got going all the way through. I absolutely love that. I love the way the model was styled. I don't have itty bitty tiny perky boobs like she has, so I definitely couldn't get away with the look that she was rocking. And I don't think my parents would approve necessarily. But I absolutely loved, again, the style and the aesthetic. I have so many sheer shirts that to find something in a print that I don't have that's really edgy and cool was kind of amazing. And again, the price I paid for it was fantastic. I don't know what it was, but I know it was good. So with the next three pieces, I'm actually going to go through all of the bottoms from my least favorite to my most favorite, which is not necessarily something that I do. This next piece as well has the most details to talk through, so I thought we might as well get that out of the way. So this is a really, really cool cargo style mini skirt. Now I don't know how much detail this camera's picking up, so I'm going to try and show you as much as possible. So it's got this very trendy kind of seat belt buckle detail at the top as a belt, and this does actually come all the way out. It's obviously got nice wide sort of belt straps all the way through. It's got a very, very strong pleat detail running around the not running around, very strong pleat detail around the entire sort of perimeter of the skirt. I mean, it's a pleated skirt, so that's what it's supposed to do, but yeah. What else is there? To get into the actual skirt, you've got a side sort of fastening, so you have got a zipper and a little button as well to climb into it. And you've got this really cool extra sort of pouch with a sort of key ring zipper, and it is totally practical. Now, what you could fit in a tiny pouch like that, aside from your lip gloss and your phone, I don't know. But I love the fact that they had extra little details like that on there. The skirt looked really cool, photographs really well, but it is just such a stiff material. It's unbelievable. I am going to check, if I can, what material this is made out of. So this is 97% cotton and 3% elastane, which makes sense to me. It feels like super stiff cotton. It's not at all flattering for someone like myself who, as you guys know, because I say this in almost every try-on haul, I carry the majority of my weight because of my PCOS in my belly, in my tummy. So a skirt like this that should be a fit and flare, if it's made out of really rigid material, then what it does is it fits at my waist, which is great. And then from my belly onwards, it flares out. And if the material is really stiff, it doesn't naturally fall back in like it should with a softer material. So something like this actually ends up making me look far bigger than I actually am, because of the proportions of my body. So again, if your proportions are slightly different, maybe the skirt will look fantastic on you. Whereas on me, it did not really work at all. And it's probably something that I'm actually going to list to sell. Because like I said, because of the international shipping charges and all that sort of stuff, there's no way that I'll be able to return this back to America. And for reference, like with everything else, it is a 1X. The second to last item in today's haul is one that I kind of briefly mentioned to you before, and that is the cargo style jogger. The model on the website had this styled with a pair of gorgeous heels that I think had a pop of like neon yellow or something on it. I don't have any heels anymore. I don't know how to work heels. They're confusing to me, they're painful, I can't be bothered. I'd rather wear a really pretty party dress and a pair of trainers. That's just how I am. I won't be styling it like that necessarily, but I thought it was worth showing you guys because I thought it looked really cool in case that's a way that you would enjoy styling these joggers. There's a couple cool sort of details here. So you've got the little, again, like luggage style, seatbelt style sort of clasp to a functional pocket, and quite a deep one at that. You actually have that detail on both sides, which is really cool. And you also as well have really nice deep pockets at the waist. The elastic on this, the elastic band on this does go all the way around, and it is so incredibly thick. It is completely lined on the inside. It is the warmest pair of joggers I have ever worn at all in my entire life. It also has sort of like an elastic detail on the bottom as well to give you like a cuffed ankle. They're definitely still a 1X. They're absolutely fantastic. I kind of got these because I thought they would be cute to pair with the Stuff You cropped hoodie. But after trying them on, I would literally wear them with just about anything else as well. They're so practical and comfortable. Not only do they have that cool element of kind of looking like a cargo style bottoms, but they are so incredibly warm. And I didn't mind so much the way they fit as well on my tummy area, which can be a little bit tricky and difficult. I prefer things like quite high-waisted, and I found them to be fairly flattering on my tummy. So yeah, I was really happy with these. And that brings us to the very last piece, my favorite piece out of the entire haul. I'm so excited to show you guys. I absolutely love disco leggings. I love pleather. I love wet look leggings. I love vinyl. I don't care what anyone says. I absolutely love textures and different materials, and I'm always drawn to vinyl, but obviously it's always a little bit difficult, especially as a chubby girl, to find something that works where you're not necessarily rubbing half of the material away by the end of the day. So I ended up finding on DollsKill this really amazing skirt. It's the skirt that basically inspired this haul. I was googling randomly one day vinyl skirts, I found this, and I bought the rest of the items to kind of fill out my cart. But it is this absolutely gorgeous high-waisted pleated vinyl mini skirt. I absolutely love this skirt. I've taken about a half dozen photos in it already. If you guys are ever interested in kind of hanging out with me outside of YouTube, I will actually leave my Snapchat and my Instagram. I'm not really active on Instagram at the moment. I'm trying to get back into it. I was more active a little while ago when I used to do like thrift hauls and things like that. but I'm definitely active pretty much daily on Snapchat. So if you guys want to hang out with me there, by all means, click either of the socials down below. But yeah, I absolutely love the skirt. I've been ranting and raving and taking photos about it on my socials. I absolutely adore the way it looks. The only problem, the only negative I have to say about the whole thing is that it doesn't fit. By the time I got it, I think I had lost about half a stone between when I ordered it and when I actually got it in, and it just doesn't fit right on the waist. It's not too bad of a problem. I'm lucky that I've still got a nice belly that kind of holds onto it, so it doesn't look too bad. But you'll see in the try on portion of the video that when I go to try it on, if I were to actually hold the skirt up to where it's supposed to hit, because it is a high-waisted skirt, there is a nice sizable gap there. It's too gorgeous, and I know I won't be able to find anything like it, that I'm going to keep a hold of it, because I do have at least 2 or 3 other skirts at the moment that are my favorite skirts I've ever owned, that I have kept and I'm going to get altered and tailored. So I probably will end up doing the exact same thing with this skirt because I love it that much. The other really cool detail that you can't see in here that I've tried to show you in the try on, it's actually got this kind of these little modesty shorts, I guess you'd call them, although they're not that modest because they're quite tiny, but just these little sort of chub rub little shorts that are actually built into the skirt. They're not uncomfortable at all. It just takes a little bit of figuring out. I've actually worn it the wrong way around in the try on portion. I had to log back onto the website and have a look, and the zipper is actually meant to be on the hip on the side, which explains why it was a little bit uncomfortable when I was wearing it. But the material underneath is super soft and it's fantastic to wear, so I cannot say enough positive things about this skirt. I hope it's still available because I'm absolutely going to link it down below for you guys, and I hope that you can buy it as well if it is your style. If it's not, that's okay. More for me, so that's good. Anyway guys, same as always, if you have made it to the end of one of my ridiculous videos, I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. These guys can barely stand me, so the fact that you guys are sticking around is just amazing. I appreciate it so much. Again, if you want to see any of my other hauls, I will have them linked for you at the end of this video. Why don't you guys comment down below? Let me know what your favorite item was in this haul, or if you've ever shopped from DollsKill before. I'd be interested to find out, because again, I only discovered them from doing a Google search. Also, if you guys have seen a couple of my hauls and you kind of get what my aesthetic is, if you have any suggestions of other places I should try and check out, I would be massively appreciative of that. If you guys enjoyed today's video, then make sure to give me a massive thumbs up. I loved having you here. If you'd like to hang out with us again, make sure to hit subscribe, join the tribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Okay guys, bye.